Hi Pisces, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Your key to the week this week is the Strength card. This is all about you finding your strength, finding your power, but more importantly, it's about finding the guts and the courage that you need to go after something that you have always wanted or needed to fulfill within your life. Remember the Strength card as well, because it's ruled by Leo. It has an element of having the guts to be seen, to be doing something. So this week could really be a week that challenges you to put your money where your mouth is and to show up. This is about you stepping forward, not doing the behind the scenes thing, not being in somebody else's shadow. This is about you being up front and center, stepping forward, allowing yourself to be seen and truly shining like the beautiful being that you absolutely are. What I will also tell you as well is, remember, the Strength card can and very often does speak to the physical body. The thing is as well, when we do something that goes against the grain of what we're used to, we feel that, like it's like a, like you get that feeling in your stomach that kind of stops you from doing something. You can't afford to allow yourself to be held back this week. You have to go after it with all the gusto that you have. And when you feel that moment where things start to tighten up, you have to steer into it. You have to lean into it. This is about changing the narrative of your life. If you haven't seen it, please check out the Weekly General. I think it could be really helpful for you over the course of this week. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So if you are a continued subby, Ravi loves you. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. For your actions and options this week, you have the Magician card. You got to find the power to step forward. You've got to find the power to make something happen this week, and more importantly, you have the ability to make a change or to make something happen. This could be a week where you see some kind of miraculous result, some kind of spontaneous, well, it's not even going to be a spontaneous blessing, it's going to be the result of some action that you take. Now, the reason this is such a powerful pairing is because in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, both of these cards have the Mobius veil. So the Magician has the Mobius veil above his head. The Strength card has the Mobius veil above their head. So this is about you tapping into your ability to create change. But more importantly, this is about you finding your inner flow. This is about finding your inner balance. It's about working with the tides of energy that are available to you at any given moment. The Strength card, the tide of that is about finding your inner courage and allowing that to shine through. The Magician card is about using your words. It's about speaking out into the world exactly what you want to happen. This is about casting the wisest, most powerful of spells by tapping into your own innate power. This week, if there's something that you want, you have to find the courage and the guts to speak on it. This is one of those weeks where the universe is not going to reward you for sitting back and saying, oh, it would be nice to have this. You have to bring that action, whether that's with your words, whether it's with your courage, whether it's a mix of the two, whether it's finding a way to work with that Mobius veil energy, right? This is about tapping into flow. And it's about moving into alignment. When it comes to your communications and conversations this week, you have the King of Pentacles. So you could be interacting with either a very powerful person or an earth sign this week. Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo. This could be somebody that plays a prominent part in your life moving forward, especially because you've got two cards here that represent big things happening, big things changing, and things that are in line with what the new flow of energy is going to be in your life. This could be conversations where you're having to state your worth. So if you are going for a job interview, if you are prospecting a new client, this is where you're having to really speak up and say, look, you know what, if you want my service, this is what you're going to have to pay me for it. You know what, I really want the job, but that salary is way too low. It's not enough just for you to know your worth. You have to be willing to speak on it, to vocalize it this week. So you got to be, busy, sort of, as Mel Robbins says, you got to be busy reprogramming this stuff. For those of you that are studying or in some form of academia. The King of Pentacles with the Strength card, and because you've got the Magician, this could be a teacher, a lecturer, somebody who is that you know to be very wise, could want to take you under their wing, could want to support you or teach you what they know this week. For some of you, this could be you stepping into the role of teacher from here on in. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, I kind of get the feeling that this week your boss is going to have a very frank conversation with you, and you might feel like, oh, you know, maybe they're just having one of those usual power trip days. Do not waste this conversation, right? This is one of those moments where, you know, like when somebody asks certain, as I'll give you a really good example, and this isn't to say that your bosses are all going to start catfishing you. What I'm saying is use this as an example. You know, when you watch Undercover Boss, if you've ever seen that, it's a really good show. Sometimes it does seem like a bit put on, because it's like, what, you had like literally no idea, and then some people you can see like they actually have no idea. But this is one of, and they have certain conversations with their employees to see, who is this kind of person? Do I want them in my business, etc.? A conversation that you have with a superior this week, it might not be the actual boss, but it could be a superior, it could be a supervisor, it could be somebody that is in a position to really help you. You will see this as just a bog standard conversation. This person is, when I say testing you, it's not about trying to catch you out or anything like that. This person is asking you certain questions to see if you are willing to take under their wing to teach you what they know. All right, so do not waste this. If you find yourself having a conversation and you're like, oh my gosh, this is like the CEO, or oh my gosh, you know what, like this is the area manager. Pay attention and show up in that conversation in a way that you've never shown up before. Do not waste this. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, this could be you bagging what I like to call a big fish client. I've always called them big fish because it's like you're hooking a big one, and this one could take you far. I really love this for that. I really feel like this could be a client, a customer, maybe somebody that brings a whole host of other businesses or, you know, business owners with them. This could be a really great collaboration for you. And for a select few of you, maybe the person that you're communicating with could potentially be something more than that. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, this is a skill or a set of skills that you have that you may be bringing out of retirement this week. For your love and relations, you've got the Nine of Wands. So for those of you that are single, you could have, and I know a lot of Pisceans have been quite disillusioned with relationships and people that they, you know, wanted to date and all the rest of it. This week could go a long way. Like, I see you really verbalizing or speaking on your vulnerability, which is, you know what, I've had so many dates with so many guys and they all turn out to be twats. You know, excuse my language, or, you know, something to that effect. Because you've got this with the Strength card, this is about you having the guts and the courage to try again. Because very often, at that moment where you're like, no, not doing it anymore, that moment or that one that you go for after that tends to be the one that you were looking for. So you got to be prepared to go beyond your vulnerability this week. All right, for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, this could be you having a conversation with a significant other this week that gets them to see your perspective or how you feel about something. So they're seeing this, or maybe they're hearing something that you say and they're like, wow, I didn't realize this had affected you so deeply, or that it had upset you so powerfully. And they could then kind of set about doing something about it for you. Finally, for your money and materials, you've got the Ace of Cups. So this could be, it could be for some of you a new job. It could be a new revenue source. This could be a client that's coming into your business. The Ace of Cups is you making money from something that you truly love. It could also be that somebody in your network, a friend, you know, a friend of a partner, a friend of a parent, or, you know, a sibling or whatever, somebody could bring you either more business. They could maybe point you in the right direction for something that really opens up your, you know, your earning potential. Lots of really great potential here. But it all hangs on this, right? All of that Strength card stuff, all of that Magician card stuff. If If you're waiting for it to just like land in your lap, it's not going to happen. You have to be an active participant. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, I love the Ace of Cups for physical health and vitality. For a select few of you, that sicky feeling that you've been having is that you're pregnant. Like literally, that could literally be like morning sickness, something along those lines, right? Or maybe you go to a doctor and you're like, oh yeah, you know, I've just been really nauseous, I've been feeling really sick, certain foods are turning my stomach, da 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 da. And they're like, yeah, congratulations, you're pregnant. For some of you, it's a potential. For others, that Ace of Cups, because the Ace of Cups is always good health, all right? So this is a really good week for good health, but it's also a good week when you're realizing, okay, what are the things that I've been doing that have been bringing good health? So this is a week to observe what has brought you good health, but it means that you have to keep that up, all right? So you have to stay online or stay on target. And then finally, when it comes to your home and environment, this with the King of Pentacles, potentially this is, this could be a boss that visits your actual home, very possible. It could also be, when it comes to the home as well, this could be you inviting someone back after a date. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.